I think the main thing for leaders these days is that being present, like it, not generally physically, but like just being there for the people that are within their teams, and that they feel, that you're there for them. Like, work and life is challenging. Like, planning is a challenging industry to be around, and a lot of the skills that you have in life are transferable to planning, really, in terms of your relationships and how you communicate, and vice versa, really. Like, we have like a management team and team leaders as well, who are really invested in supporting each other and supporting the people who are within their team. And if you build that, then hopefully it just rolls on and does what it can for itself. And we are continuously trying to improve and be better, really. I mean, we fortunately have a really good cohort of student graduates here, and they are a good pool of hopefully people that we can bring in. They're really keen and enthusiastic, and then we can actually grow them to develop probably not only their planning skills, their technical planning skills, but like how to work in an office. I think for me, I'm quite proud to showcase planning. Like, I think it's an awesome career. I think it's so varied. The breadth of it is just unlimited in terms of what you can do. And at the end of it, I think you're involved in something that's going to shape like lives and the world that we live in. And I think that is a really cool thing to be a part of, really. I'm a big engager with people, and as part, like, one of the things I remember with one of my mentees was that this was a emerging one who was mature and like hadn't done an interview for a very long time, and like was a bit apprehensive about what that looked like. And they were looking at local government roles or government institution roles, and it was a case of well, we'll set up a mock interview if you want. So we set up a mock interview, and I leaned on a couple of my aspiring planners here to be on that interview panel, so they got a bit of an experience as well out of that. I think the great thing about the mentoring program, or just peer in general, is your networks as well. Like, you create a whole host of networks that you can then talk to, rely upon, and maybe not only about technical planning stuff, but also about career progression paths. I think it's the competing objectives that is always the trickiest thing to manage, and whether it be housing, climate change, infrastructure, anything like that. I think the difficulty is you're trying to get the optimal outcome for every objective, which I think is extremely difficult to achieve, and someone unfortunately is not going to get their optimal objective here, and I think that is in part the great challenge, and it's the great opportunity for people who want to be planners, is that they want to be a part of something that hopefully gets that reasonable or balanced outcome, and is trying to across all those competing objectives. I do think local government is a place where you can really consolidate your understanding of the planning framework. I think you're around it all the time, and people are asking you questions all the time. Whether you're straight into what we would call duty planning, just asking questions, and questions can be far and wide in terms of what you're being asked, you have to go and look something up and go and find it, and then you work out how the legislation sort of fits in to other parts, and then you apply it, and then you learn from that, and then that gives you a great base, I think, to forge your career and learn more complex things and how they interrelate, or obviously then go and apply it somewhere else. I think any planning organisation that I've been in, or I think most people, are willing to give you their experience and share and help in you learn more about planning. I don't think I've ever come across a person or a place that isn't willing to offer that, and I think that is really great in terms of the industry, and because I think people, and as much as they might not want to say it, like, I think planners really, they care. They're in a profession that is going to change the world, and I think they care about doing that. So I think they care about helping other people to do that too.